What you need to have in front of you is a copy of your high school profile. So when I was reviewing the application from each student from the schools that I represent in all of California, Minnesota, wherever you lived in my region, I also had a copy of the school profile. The school profile gave me the demographic information. It gave me the average test scores from your school. It told me how many National Merit Scholars there were at your school. It told me what the AP scores were. It gave me a grade distribution. It showed me how many honors and APs courses available to you. And key point, the good school profiles, the ones that did the best job, would also give me a list of colleges to which the students from your high school had been admitted to in the last 3 to 5 years, okay? All of this information is really key for me understanding the context in which you come from. To give you a quick example, it's like if I see that the average test score, SAT scores, at your high school from the students coming from your high school is an 1100, that's much different than when I'm looking at a school where the average is 1300. Okay, so it gives me the context in which to review your application. Here are some academic must-dos, and I'm going to tell you how to get a copy of the school profile, so not to worry. Okay, you want to maximize your opportunities, taking the maximum number of honors and AP courses that you're comfortable with, or IB courses, given what's available to you. You want to build a relationship with the counselor if you can, because the counselor may have, maybe the gatekeeper for you getting into more AP courses, or, could be a number of things. Now, how do I get a copy of the school profile, Dr. Colon? No problem. I'm going to tell you. So you're going to type in you're going to go to Google and you're going to type in the name of your high school and then this word school profile. For example, you're going to type in Palo Alto High School profile. Okay. Now it should come up as a PDF form. And if it doesn't, go to your website and see if you can find it through the school website. If you cannot find it, please call the school counselor and ask if you can get a copy of the school profile. It'll also show them that you're pretty savvy about this process. Not many people know. And in fact, most families I know that I've ever met, I can count on one hand how many had ever heard of the school profile. So if you learn nothing else, get a copy of the school profile. Let's keep moving. So this is Ryan, and Ryan attended one of those tier 1 schools, private independent school. But even so, his mom decided to enroll him in one of our programs as a sophomore. And later on, fast forward, her words, not mine, she said, you know what, Ryan was well more prepared for the process and did better, fared better in the final results. So again, her words, not mine. Okay. Give me a type in the chat, just the number 1 if you're like, if you follow, you're good. So a lot of information is like drinking water from a fire hose. I'd love to point these two students out. So on my right is Malik, and on my left is Cosette. Malik was our youngest student. He joined us as a freshman when we first got started opening up to a number, any grade level. He was our first freshman to join. He's now at UVA. He's followed every single step that we gave him. He followed all the instructions. He showed up to all the group coaching and also became a peer mentor later. So he is happily at UVA. Cosette's story is much different. Cosette applied to college as a traditional age high school student when she was a senior in high school. She's from Maryland. And actually Malik is from Virginia. And she's from Maryland, and her dream was to go to UC Santa Barbara. She was denied at every single college as a high school senior. And then she applied again as a community college student in her first year, again, denied everywhere. Her mom was on a call, much like you are today on this live masterclass, live webinar, and she heard me say the words, students aren't rejected, applications are rejected. And so right then she signed her up, and not only was Cosette admitted to a number of colleges, including her dream of college, UC Santa Barbara, she was also admitted to Berkeley. So just keep that in mind. Students are not rejected, applications are. All right, so I just invite you, if you want to be like Ryan or Cosette or Malik, this is always a good idea to just book a call with me. All right, let's keep moving. Here's question number 2. What do your teachers say about you? Okay, so What you might know, or what most people talk about, is that, of course, you need letters of recommendation, and one is going to come from the counselor, and up to two are going to come from your teachers. So many people know that, and you're like, oh, I'm going to go ask the teacher who likes me the most. And that's actually not really exactly the advice that we teach. So just kind of keep that in mind. I can explain later. But what you may not know is that the purpose of the teacher recommendation is to verify and solidify. Okay, so verifying the grades, the academic performance, and the potential, and solidify really meaning like, oh, okay, adding this level of confidence. Now, when I'm reading your application, I'm getting a sense of sort of what kind of student you are intellectually, or what kind of academic student you are. Remember, you're going from one academic institution, high school, to another academic institution, college. So that at the end of the day, that's actually the main focus, is like, are you ready for the challenges of the academic rigors of college? So that's the main goal of the teacher. So again, when students ask me, should I ask the teacher who likes me the most? My first answer is like, I mean, that's a bonus if you're the favorite, but that's not the objective. And you have to remember that every single thing that you layer into an application should be adding value to your application. Okay? There's a difference between adding value and just adding extra information that probably it might be repeated somewhere else. So just keep that in mind. Now, don't get me wrong. Most teachers who end up writing your letters of recommendation also do like you. But I just caution students, don't start from that place. Think better about what do you need the teacher to say to add value. Okay. Okay. Here's an insider tip. This is a story that I just always like to share, because you might be surprised to hear this. So one of the biggest things to keep in mind is that teachers, just because they're really good teachers, they teach APs, does not mean they know how to write a letter of recommendation that adds value. And so very briefly, my first year at Marymount High School, a girls' school in Los Angeles, one of the teachers submitted a letter of recommendation, and it got sent back to us. So when it came back to our office, we opened up the letter just to see what needed to be fixed. And when we opened the letter of recommendation from this teacher, who he himself had gone to an Ivy League institution, he taught an AP class, which is probably why she asked him, and he had just written just like 3 or 4 sentences on the back of the recommendation letter. This was her first choice. She was applying to an Ivy League school. And I learned really quickly, oh, wait a minute, we need to train our teachers what to do, what to say, and how to add value to the students' overall application. So from then on, we switched the way we approach the letters of recommendation. And that is what we teach our students how to do now. Okay. So it's just a little anecdotal story so that you understand, again, not every teacher knows how to add value. So we give our students a formula as to what to follow, what to do, what to ask, who to ask, when to ask, how to follow up, so that you're practically writing the letter of recommendation for the teacher to just take from you. This is a photo of Jonna, one of our students, who followed the entire formula. She came to us as a sophomore and then continued as a private client, working with me privately. Bonus, if you guys know who Craig Robinson is. Okay, you can type that into the chat. I might have to send you a couple stickers in the mail, just if you know who that is. So that's Jonna at her orientation when she was admitted to Princeton. So there you go. Okay, these two young gentlemen are current seniors in high school. But you can see on the right-hand side, Ethan was admitted to Duke as an early decision applicant. He followed the whole teacher, like he followed exactly the pattern of what to do and how to get his teachers to write recommendations for him. He, like Jonna, is at a public school. So we really wanted to hone in on that. Mark here recently committed to going to USC. He was choosing between USC and Berkeley, but he too talks about the teacher process that we use. As his teachers thanked him and praised him for what he did for them. So there you go. Okay, so here's some teacher must-dos. Okay, you're going to choose. Here's, again, action items. Action items. Write them down. Take a screenshot. Choose teachers who will know you well and can speak to your academic strengths. You're going to provide your teachers with some specific examples of what they should highlight in their letter of recommendation. And you also want to follow up with a small gift of thanks. That small gift can literally be a written thank you note. Like most people don't write thank you notes, handwritten notes anymore. So that would suffice. Also, a $5 or $10 gift card somewhere is fine too. Okay. All right. So you again invited to book a call if you want to be like Jonna or Mark or Ethan.